In this video, I will discuss how to visualize categorical data. So if you're dealing with a summary table for one variable, you can look at a bar chart, a Pareto chart, or a pie or a donut chart. With a contingency table for two variables, you can do a side-by-side bar chart or a donut chart. So in this example, we're going to look at a bar chart. So let's say that a network decided to ask people what device do they watch the TV show Game of Thrones. And so if you look at this table, 49% said they used their TV, 9% said tablet, 10% said smartphone, and then 32% said laptop, desktop. So you can put this into a bar chart. Now, some bar charts are, in this case, these are horizontal bars. You can also do vertical bars. So the bar chart visualizes a categorical variable as a series of bars. The length of each bar represents either the frequency or percentage of values for each category. Each bar is separated by a space or something that's called a gap. You can also do a pie chart. A pie chart is a circle broken up into slices that represent categories. The size of each slice of the pie varies according to the percentage in each category. So this is how this data set will look in a pie chart. As you can see, the majority of the data lie within the 49% for television. So let's go ahead and do this in StatCrunch. So I have my data over here. It says device and percent. So the first thing I'll make is a bar graph. So we're going to go to graph, bar plot, and we're going to do with summary. Okay, my categories are under device, and the percentage is under the column that's titled percent. We want the type. You can do frequency bar plots, bar graphs, or you can do percent bar graphs. So in this case, we want to do a percent. So I'm going to click on type, and then I'll go down to percent. And like I said, you can do horizontal lines or you can do vertical lines. So let's do horizontal lines so I can show you what it looks like. Huh? So as you can see, the graph, the bars go up to their corresponding percentage. If we were to do it the other way, let's see, summary, categories will be device, counts are in percent. Let's see what happens when we do a percent. We're going to do vertical lines and see how that shows up. Oh, no, it didn't do it. Okay, well, never mind. Because sometimes you can make this go the other way, but I guess there's not an option for that. All right, so to do this in Excel, these are my data values. I'm just going to select the data that I want. You know, I have devices in percent, but we don't have to include those labels. So I'm going to select just the data, and then I'm going to go to insert, and then I'm going to go to this bar graph up here. And then you click on it, you get your data. And then you can fix it up. Like if you click on this little plus sign, and you can add an axis here. So you indicate what this axis is. We're going to call this percent. So we're going to type percent. So that lets us know that the numbers shown on this vertical axis are percents. And then you have your categories. I'll put device. Your categories going along the bottom, the horizontal. All right, so if you want to do a percent one, let's go here. We're going to go to graph, and we're going to do a percent pie chart. So I'm going to go to pie with summary. Categories are in device and the counts are in percent. And I want, let's see, I want percent. So I'm going to do a percent one. And actually, I guess you really don't have to. I guess it really doesn't matter because you already have the percents there. And on this one, it puts the percents off to the sides. So you got 32% for the blue, 10% for the red for the smartphone, and so on. You may be able to, let's see, pie chart, put the actual percents on the graph itself. So let's see if we can play around and do that. So device, percent of total. I don't see an option for it. No, I don't see an option. If you look around, you can probably find something, but this is how you would do a pie chart. If you wanted to do this in Excel, I'm going to go ahead and delete this out. Once again, I'm going to select the data, and then I'm going to go to Insert, and I want to go to this pie, and I click on it, and it gives me the pie chart. So as you can see, it doesn't have the percentages on here, but you can click on this little thing. It looks like a paintbrush. If you click on that, you can pick the type of pie chart that you want. So in this one, I want to pick the one that has the actual percents on there, and it'll pop up on the graph. So this is the kind of graph that I like. Okay. So we also have donut charts, and a donut chart is the outer part of a circle is broken up into pieces that represent categories. The size of each piece of the donut varies according to the percentage in each category. So this is what a donut chart looks like. You typically don't see too many donut charts. So I know that StatCrunch does not do it, but you can do it in Excel. So let's go ahead and go back to Excel. I'll delete this. And I'm going to select the data. And then I'm going to go to Insert. And if you click on the pie chart, you'll see donut. Okay, so that's the donut one. And you can click on it and pick the one that will put the percentages on there for you. So this is a donut chart. All right. So now let's talk about a Pareto chart. And this is used to portray categorical data in the nominal scale. It's a vertical bar chart where the categories are shown in descending order. So it goes from tallest to shortest. So it's descending order of frequency. Then a cumulative polygon is shown in the same graph, and it's used to separate the vital few from the trivial many. So this is an example. This is a table, and in this table they have the causes of incomplete ATM transactions. Okay, so I went to the ATM and I'm not able to complete my transaction because of one of these causes. The ATM was out of money, the ATM malfunctioned, your card was jammed, or your card was unreadable, invalid amount requested, lack of funds, and wrong keystroke. So these are the frequencies here, and these are the percents for each one of these causes. And then you have the cumulative frequency. So I discussed cumulative frequency in another video. So when you do this, this is how the graph should look. Okay, as you can see, the bars go down from the tallest to the shortest, and then you have a cumulative polygon that starts from the highest bar. Now the thing is, StatCrunch will do the bar graph for you, but it will not give you that red graph. It will not give you the cumulative graph. Okay, now you can do it in Excel, but it looks kind of funny. But I'll go ahead and show you how you can do it in StatCrunch. Okay. So these are my causes in the column, and then these are my frequencies. So what I'll do is I am going to go to Graph, Bar Plot, and with Summary. Okay, so the categories are in cause and the counts are in the column frequency. What I want to do is where it says order by, I want to order by count descending. Count descending. Okay. I'll go ahead and click compute, and this is the graph. So it goes from tallest to shortest. And as you can see, you don't have that cumulative polygon there. What you can do now, sometimes these categories won't show up along the the horizontal because the words are too long. So you can take your mouse and just go over the bar. So the first one is Warped Card Jam. The second one doesn't have a title, but if you put your mouse over it, it's the card unreadable. So this is how you can see um, which category belongs to which bar. Okay. If you do this in Excel, um, I'm going to go ahead and select just the data. I don't need those labels. I'm going to go to Insert, and we are going to go to a histogram. And if you click on histogram, you'll see another graph right next to it that says Pareto. And if you click on it, it'll bring up the graph. So it looks different than the one that I showed on here, because as you can see, the cumulative starts at the top, whereas this one, it kind of starts in the middle. So it looks kind of funny. But just know that the cumulative goes up until it reaches up to 100. Okay? So this is how you would do it in Excel. All right, next let's talk about a side-by-side bar chart. I'm sorry. This is from a contingency table. We looked at this example before where we had a small amount, medium amount, large amount, and the number of errors associated with it. So you can do this in Excel and in StatCrunch. So if you look at this one that I've already done, I did this in StatCrunch. As you can see, it's grouped by the size of the order. If you have a small order, a medium order, or a large order. So if you look, the red represents the errors and the blue represents no errors. So if you look here, invoices with errors are as much likely to be of medium size. So if you look at just the red bars and compare them, you can see the medium one has the largest amount of errors compared to the small orders and the large orders. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this in StatCrunch. So let's see, I have my data over here. It's over here to the left. I'm going to go to Chart. Then I'm going to do Columns. And the two columns that I want to select will be errors and no errors. And I want my row labels to be the amount. Okay, you want to plot horizontal bars split. So I hit compute, and this is your side-by-side bar graph. And as you can see, it comes up in different colors. Okay, and you can also put your mouse over it, and it'll give you the percentages associated with it. To do this in Excel, I have my data here. I'm going to highlight it. Just the data. I don't need the titles at the top. I'm going to go to Insert, and I am going to go to Bar Graph. And when I click on it, it gives me my bar graph, my side by side. So it has small, medium, and large. And then along the vertical axis, these will be your percents. If you wanted to clean it up a little bit, you can type in here percent, so you know that these are percents. Another thing that I want to do, it says series 1 and series 2. Well, that doesn't tell me which one is errors and no errors. So what I would do is you can put, if you click on the little paintbrush, you can put let's see, you can actually put the data on here, and I thought it was here. Oh, let me go here, it might be on this one, data table. So if you click on the plus sign and go to data table, you can actually place the data table on here. So that helps you to see what series goes with what. So series 1 is obviously the no errors, and the series 2, which is in orange, is the errors. Okay. That's the end of this video.